Hello, I'm Yul Jabaro with Galaxy Audio, and today we're going to talk about microphones and absolute polarity. What is absolute polarity? Absolute polarity, as it applies to microphones, is defined by a positive or overpressure of sound applied to a microphone producing an electrical positive voltage on the output of the microphone's pin number 2. Now, what is positive pressure? Think of a balloon bursting in front of the microphone. On a wireless microphone, the positive voltage should appear on the receiver output jacks, either the tip of the 1/4 inch or pin number 2 of a 3-pin XLR jack. Why is it important? When the same sound is heard by 2 or more microphones, the microphones convert this sound to a very similar electrical energy. If the microphones are not wired with the correct polarity, the electrical program when combined in the mixer could be very distorted. How to test a microphone for absolute polarity? Well, I recommend the Galaxy Audio Cricket Test Set. Here's how it works. First, we need to perform self-test on the Cricket by turning its send unit on and its output switch to speaker. Second, turn the receive unit on and place the input switch to internal microphone and the continuity polarity switch to polarity. Then place the receive unit's microphone within 10 centimeters of send unit's internal speaker. In all tests with the receive unit, always start with the gain set fully counterclockwise and slowly turn the gain potentiometer clockwise until an LED lights. Receive unit will display a green light. The Cricket is working correctly. Next, test 2 microphone cables. After you have performed a self-test, turn the receive unit on and place input switch to the 2T position. Next, how to test a microphone cable. After you've performed the self-test, turn the receive unit on and place input switch to the 2T position and switch your polarity switch from polarity to continuity. Then, on your send unit, go down to low for a low Z cable, turn your unit on. Then connect your microphone cable from your send unit to your receive unit. You should see a green light blinking. That means it's good. Now switch the receive unit to the 3 or R position, and you should see a red light indicating that pin 3 or the ring is set up correctly. This cable is good. You have red on pin 3 and green on pin 2. To test a 1/4 3 conductor shielded cable, you do this the same way that you do an XLR cable. To test a dynamic microphone, you will first need to self-test your Cricket send and receive unit to make sure they're working properly and test a good XLR cable. Testing a dynamic microphone. You will first need to self-test your Cricket send and receive unit and test an XLR cable to make sure it's working properly. Plug the microphone into the XLR cable and then the other end into your receive unit. You want to set your receive unit at tip or pin 2. Be sure to turn it on and set your continuity polarity switch to polarity. Turn the send unit on and set its output to speaker. Place the send unit speaker about 10 centimeters in front of the microphone to test. You'll need to adjust the gain potentiometer up until you see a light. Green indicates good. To test a phantom power supply, use two tested microphone cables. Take one on the output of your send unit, plug into your output, switch your unit to on, keep it in low Z position, plug into your phantom power supply. Then you come output from your phantom power supply into the receive unit. Turn the unit on. On pin 2 or your tip, you should get a green blinking light. On pin 3 or your ring, you should get a red blinking light. To test an electric microphone, once again, you're going to need two known good XLR cables tested with the Cricket Polarity test set. You're going to plug one cable into your microphone, which will plug into your phantom power supply. Be sure that your phantom power supply has also been tested to make sure that it's not going to reverse your polarity. Come output from your phantom power supply into the receive unit. Be sure that your switch on the back is set to polarity, not continuity. Turn your unit on. Leave your switch, your 3-position switch, set at 2 or tip. Turn your send unit to the on position and your output selector switch to speaker. And then you'll simply just put your microphone right in front of the speaker, and you should be getting a green blinking light when it's set on tip or pin 2. And when you slide the switch down to 3 or the ring, you should get a red blinking light. To test a wireless microphone system, once again you want to use a known good microphone cable that has been tested with a Cricket Polarity test set. On the back of your receiver for your wireless microphone system, you have output jacks, and on our Galaxy Audio 700 series we have both XLR and 1/4 inch outputs. Just going to plug the XLR connector into the output jack on the Galaxy Audio 700 wireless system. And then we're going to plug the other end into the receive unit of the Cricket Polarity test set. Turn the unit on, and then on the send unit we're going to turn the unit on and switch the output selection to speaker. And then we're just going to hold the wireless microphone system up to the speaker output. Now when you're set on pin 2 or tip, you should be getting a green blinking light, and then as you go down to pin 3 or the ring, you should get a red blinking light. That indicates that this system is wired in polarity. Thank you for watching, and remember, checking the absolute polarity of every component of a system and making corrections is very important to making a sound system work properly.